Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hopefully you're doing good. Today I'll be reviewing a fragrance for House of Lacoste, a designer house. It's a discontinued fragrance. It's a special fragrance in my journey. I'll tell you a story as usual. And this is a flanker to the original Lacoste Essential, which I reviewed a few years back. Check that out. This is one of the better Lacoste fragrances. And I have recently found this bottle, which is very rare to find. I think kind of expensive as well. I'll tell you a story. I'll let you know what it smells like, longevity, seasons to wear, if it's worth hunting down, stuff like that, right? So time is around 1 a.m. here in Dhaka. A kind of peaceful and quite mild cold weathers, kind of pleasant, but not that cold. You don't need any more hoodie or anything, right? So hopefully it will change. We'll get some more cold weathers for winter. So why am I reviewing summer fragrance in winter? Because I have to, okay? This is one fragrance. Let me tell you the story, then we'll look into the fragrance review. This particular fragrance I saw in 2017 or 16, I would love to say, in a shop. And it looked interesting because I love Lacoste Essential. This is one of my go-to guys for summer. It has this nice little tomato leaf, kind of like this green grassy smell, which is very nice, kind of like a mild citrus. So it's a nice little perfume. I really like the way a bottle looks. It's a very classy fragrance, okay? So it's good fragrance for summer, but I saw this, but they did not let me test it. It was intact. So they didn't have any tester. So they asked for about, I think, $45 at the time. That time it was, for me, I thought it could be had for 35 bucks, just like Lacoste Essential, like 2016, 17. And that time, this fragrance used to cost that much in Bangladesh. But nowadays, this is about $45, and I paid for this $60, okay? 60 something dollars, okay? Reason being, I bought it full retail from one of our expensive shops. So I got it because, for 30, for a difference between 10, $15, I don't stop buying nowadays, okay? So this fragrance, nowadays you can't find anywhere. I looked for a good deal, couldn't find it anywhere. So when I saw it, I had to get it to do the review. This is one of those special fragrances in my journey, like you have checklist, like a bucket list. This was there, barely. So this one, I think, believe perhaps two bottle sizes. I'm not sure. I just got a 125 ml version. Usually Lacoste Essential comes in 75 and 125. Those are the bottle sizes standard. Really nice looking box, blue. It's a blue fragrance, all right. It says Lacoste Essential, sport in red, but I think with time, the red has faded a little bit. Could be brighter red, I don't know, or orangey. It's a EDT for men, concentration. And the thing is, one of the nicer thing in Lacoste fragrances are these, there's a small little gator here, and this is cut, so easily can be opened. Really nice thinking and consideration for the customers. So here's the batch code, which should match the bottle. And here's the beautiful bottle, just like the other one, very similar sort of bottle, but the juice color in there is different. It says sport here, but this one just essential. So I think this one already gives you a sporty vibe. Blue juice, you have seen in many fragrances blue juice with a sporty sort of juice color. Nice little gator at the back, a big gator. I really like that. Some people call this alligator, I don't know. So the cap is plastic, has, oh, this is orange, not red. It's orange inside. I didn't notice it before. And the atomizer works all right. Not the best atomizer. I'm wearing this here. Let's spray some. Ah, a small burst, not really the best. And I think over the years the juice level gone down a little bit, evaporate or something. This is how I bought it brand new. Could be a little bit more fuller. And here's the batch code and sticker. So let it settle down on my skin. Never ever sniff perfumes when it's like moist. So 2009 release, opens up with grapefruit, bergamot, ginger, according to Fragrantica. Watery notes, juniper, nutmeg, geranium, vetiver, musk, and patchouli. These are notes breakdown, and it's a little bit different than Essential, very different. Even though this one does have the vetiver, the base, but opening is totally different. From the original Essential, you're gonna get this tomato leaf, really green, grassy, and this accord is kind of weird. It's like kind of like a leafy opening. It's not for everybody. This is much nicer. This is more citrusy, beautiful opening. Man, this opening is so much nicer than the original, and it changes a little bit with that floral and a little bit mild spice, but it is truly a sports style perfume. Okay, if you do love fragrances like Kenzo Puram Sport or Kenzom Sport or Guerlain Low Medial Sport or something like Polo Blue or Ralph Lauren Sport, if you love those fragrances, it's going to be very, very good. Oh, this one reminds me of Low Par Kenzo a lot. Okay, if you like that, this one would be really something you would like. So those people who used it back in the days, they really liked it. They said, oh, I used it, good memories, cannot find it, I wish I could find substitute for it or something similar with a better performance, because they said this is not really a beast mode performer, which in my humble opinion is not. Okay, I am testing this in mild cold weathers like 15-16 degrees. It's not really performing that much. Like after 2 hours I can barely smell anything. The reason being, I want to wait for summers, the heat. I don't really look forward to heat, but this fragrance will perform better in high heat. Okay, when the heat and humidity is higher, you can detect it better, because this kind of fragrances pop only when your skin warms up. If your skin is kind of cool, and both of these fragrances will not work. You need something sweet, something dark, incense, dark leather, booze, coffee, oud, stuff like that, rose. This one has not much of that. So the florals in this is geranium. You can definitely see that opening blast of lemon grapefruit. I wished it lasted more than 15 minutes. It goes out in 10 minutes so quickly. And citrus, volatile note, you guys know that citrus is not meant to stay for very long, but as long as it stays, very very beautiful. That combination of that juicy bergamot, grapefruit, and then kind of fizzy ginger, it gives that ginger ale vibe, right? So it's not super spicy, it's more citrusy, acidic, in a good sense, of course. Nice sporty opening, followed by a little bit of a masculine, it reminds me not of latest perfumes. Like, it's not even remind me of Sauvage. It's like before that time, you know at that era, 2009-10. I used to smell this from Lacoste, other lines, or Polo. It's a little bit classy DNA, right? So it's not for everybody. It's not a blind buy worthy, perhaps, for many people. But this is special to me because, the journey, right? So the far dry down, it reminds me of, like, mid reminds me of Versace Purum, like the florals, and the base, it reminds me a little bit of Essentials greenness, but it's not as green as this. This is more blue than green. So citrus, floral, mild spices of that hint of, I think, that nutmeg, and the watery notes are really, really, really like prominent in there. So it's kind of like people who love Aquamarine by Bulgari, or Aqua Atlantic, they would like this. But it's a very humble scent. It's more of a gym, perfect for gym session. You throw on 5-6 sprays, nobody's going to be offended. Right after shower, after sport, perfect. For office, perfect. If you're staying like a cubicle, you don't want to really like be choked with fragrance, like too strong. This is for you. This is not overpowering. It's relaxing, like Polo Blue. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Ozonic. So great little perfume, very nostalgic. Smell wise, I'll give it 8.5. Really nice. A longevity and projection is about 6 out of 10. It's better than average, but not a beast mode. Even in summers, I don't think it's gonna break the barriers of things like Acqua di Gio Profondo or Profumo, or something like I don't know, what's a good performer, Achivata stuff. This is not gonna go close to those. So it's a designer fragrance. At this price point, I paid a little bit more, almost double the price. $60 is not cheap, but as collectors we do that. I really am happy when I get some rare items. Okay, so that's that. And the negative side for this, it's very hard to find. It's not going to be available in any readily in shops. So perhaps it's just the review you can enjoy, but if you see it somewhere, get it. Perhaps you can resell it for a better pricing in future. So that's the review. So this fragrance, winter time, don't even bother getting it. You can spray on your pillow and just go for a good night's sleep. That's about it. But just like Versace Menu Fresh or Versace Purum, this fragrance is going to be really good for warm weather. Overall, my rating on this fragrance, I like it a lot. Even though this is a beautiful opening, the dry down can be a little bit, forgettable in a way. Both these fragrances are decent from Lacoste. These are like 7, 7.5, highest 8. Lacoste fragrances are like that, highest 8 category. So this one I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good value, 125 mil. You get extra 25 mil. You'll need those 25 mils every single spray. But if you ask me, opening wise, this is better than this. But overall, as a fragrance, I think I prefer this, because let me spray a little bit before I finish. This fragrance is such a classy fragrance, man. When I smell it, this lasts longer, one thing. And this fragrance, if you spray like after a few months break, it just brings back so much memory for me, and it's classy. This could be something like 8. Okay, this one I give 7.5 because it's a little brother of it, but opening wise, this is better. Overall fragrance, this is better. So essential, I would say the new versions of it, I'll review it, but they changed the packaging. I think it's a smaller packaging than before. These are both older style bottles and boxes. Thank you so much for watching. Let me go to a second review. Have a nice day. See you.